What's good, everybody? It's your boy Hockey. And today we're gonna be reacting to huge Drake scandal. Huge Drake scandal. It's probably cap, but let's get straight into it. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. We also got more videos on Young Thug coming
Just
out
dropped their new
soon. So
interview
yeah,
earlier this morning, despite
yeah,
the fact that the first interview got a lot of backlash from people in hip hop medias
for
and hip
real.
hop fans because they want to see Drake sit down and speak to somebody in hip hop media or of the culture who would
He'll
actually.
never do that. Why would he? Why would he actually talk to somebody with the culture? Like, why would he do that? Like, think about it, like, just from like a real nigga aspect. Why would Drake do that? He's not really a part of the culture. He doesn't probably know too. Like, he knows his stuff about the culture because he's been in the game for so long. But he's not a real rapper, and especially he's not about to go talk to anybody a part of the culture after what happened with Kendrick because he's not gonna want to speak on it.
Drake questions that we want to know, opposed to doing softball interviews with Bobby Altoff or other
Yeah,
people who aren't really of the culture.
yeah. No one
But
gives a
during
fuck
this
about culture.
interview, it looks like Drake heard all the criticism from the first interview, and Drake's kind of threw shots or strike back at hip hop media. Now, Drake's shots at hip hop media was pretty blanket and targeted at the same time. It was
Yeah,
blanket because he didn't say names, but it was targeted because we knew exactly
who
who
you
he
saw?
was referring to.
Oh, of
I
course.
really do feel like, and people are asked like, "Oh, why are you here doing this again? Like, what's the point?" Like, even on the way up here, like my boy was like, why are you doing this again?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, what we did, like, it changed a lot of things for a lot of people. It was me essentially like just recognizing."
I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. I had to pause it. I cannot get over the fact that this guy looks like Ross from Friends. Like, does anyone else see that? I cannot be the only person that thinks that Drake looks like Ross from Friends. But that was
Somebody
my
that
that was
I
my little two
never
cents.
met in my life, that I fully believed in, that I thought was really interesting, and I wanted to have an interesting conversation with. It pissed off like so many, like all these losers, these like, like story journalists, and like this guy and that guy who like feels so entitled to this interview about, and Drake never does anything for like this type of media, and it just like made people so angry.
Before the battle, y'all do my stands. I was making multiple videos calling
It's on
Drake out
Drake.
for
Yeah.
not doing any interviews with hip hop media or with
Yeah.
someone from the culture or within the
Yeah.
culture who
He's
can
not
ask
gonna
the
do
hard
it.
pressing questions that we want to know. I was
Yeah,
calling
yeah.
Drake out too. Post battle, I gotta take a hard look in that mirror and look at hip hop media and say, who can Drake do an interview with in hip hop media?
That's what I'm
Post
saying.
battle.
Post,
In
yeah.
this current
That's what I'm saying. In this current state of how things are, who is he really gonna sit down in the hip hop culture that's gonna just be like, oh my god, yeah, yeah, that's not a meat, that's not a meat rider. You feel me? There's a reason he's not doing it, and we know why. He lost that
era of
battle.
Stan Wars, who could Drake do a interview with that will satisfy the culture? Who?
Cool, yeah,
He
for
can't
real.
do an interview with the quote unquote legacy journalist that y'all want to see him with.
Yeah, Drink
Elliot, cut it
Champs.
out, bro. Elliot posted multiple renditions of Not Like Us just to troll Drake.
Yeah, yeah.
Who else? Rob Markman. Drake
Drake
despises him.
just
He hates
yep,
Drake. He's a Kendrick guy.
yep,
Who else? The
yep.
company man, cut it out, man.
Come on,
He
come on.
hates Drake.
Yeah, a lot of these people
Who
do not
can
like
Drake
you, bro.
do an interview with? Who?
And before, because also I'm gonna get some people in the comments. You're talking about Drake. Drake is a billionaire, multimillionaire. What do you have? Just because you have money does not mean you're not lame as hell still. Doesn't mean you can't still look in the mirror and not hate yourself. I'm just saying, like, even after, I'm not rich at all, but just even after making a decent amount, going from being broke as fuck to making a decent amount of money, nigga, I still look in the mirror sometimes and I'm like, damn, I gotta fix this. I mean, it's just what the fuck it is, bro.
Go down the list. Even if you
And
want to
there's
say, okay, do an interview with somebody that he likes. DJ
Yeah.
Academics, that wouldn't
Yeah.
satisfy the culture because
No
it's a home turf
bias.
interview. It would be
Bias.
a nice interview. Just like I wouldn't want to see Kendrick Lamar with DJ Head or Glasses Malone. It's home
Yeah.
turf. It's too friendly.
Yeah.
Who on the top 25 media list can Drake do an interview with?
Does he have
We
beef
don't
with Drink
have it.
Champs?
And we
Does
have
he have problem with
ourselves
Drink
to
Champs?
blame.
Was he on Drink Champs?
Same reason Kendrick Lamar don't have much options to do an interview with.
Yeah, because everyone agreed with
It's
him.
because of us.
Not like us. Yeah.
So when you ask Drake, hey, Drake, do an interview. Hey, Drake, give a stimulus package to somebody unknown, like how you give a stimulus package to Bobby Alto. Who would Drake give that stimulus package to?
No, for real.
Who?
I can't think of anybody that has
Screwface
that.
Jean, cut it out. Jalopy, cut it out.
Cut it out.
Who, man? Who?
Jalopy is a crazy name.
My guy, what's the
I'm getting
dirt?
Jalopy in
Y'all
the
wouldn't
lobby.
be satisfied with that.
Oh, hell no. We not satisfied with that.
Who?
We want answers from the
So
streets.
before we complain, we now have to ask ourselves, who
Like,
can
what-
it be? Ebro? Ebro has slandered Drake for the last, 5 years?
Yeah, he
Calling
can't
Drake
do it.
likeness into question, questioning Drake's mother heritage. Nadeska, who was crying in front of Kendrick Lamar while
Oh.
conducting an interview with him.
Oh God.
Jeremy Hackchuck.
Oh
Who?
God.
Now I love Jeremy, by the way, but who? Because we're currently in an era of Stan Wars, you
Yep.
either pro Kendrick or pro
Or
Drake.
pro Drake. There's no in between.
There's very few people who are in the middle, and those who are in the middle, y'all push to a side anyway.
Yeah, y'all still
I
be
think
like, well,
I'm
but
in the
Drake
middle,
is.
but y'all push me to a side.
Yeah,
Even though I was kicked out the OVO group
the
chat.
community. Yeah. I think I still like Drake doesn't make horrible music. I still listen. I still got Drake music in my playlist, but I mean, I still got R. Kelly music in my playlist. You get what I'm saying? So like in that sense, I don't really give a fuck about that. But in the sense of like, do I like them as a person no more? It's like, nah. If you look at everything Kendrick said about Drake, it was true.
Cats,
You know what I'm saying?
y'all still push me to a side.
Yeah, they
Then I
kicked him
call
out
it
the
down the
OVO
middle.
group chat. It's crazy.
So it's easy for us to say Drake do an interview, but it's harder to list the person Drake
That'll
can
do
do
the
an interview with. Go down that top 25 hip hop media list by Complex, which I don't think that's the media list, okay? Who?
Yeah.
Zias and Bilou, that wouldn't
Never
satisfy the culture. Arshan Jawad, that wouldn't satisfy the culture. Bootleg Kev, he's West
Yeah.
Coast,
Yeah,
right?
he's not fucking
He's
with
pro
you.
Kendrick,
A lot of
Drake
these
wouldn't
people
do
are
that,
pro Kendrick.
right? Big Boy come West Coast.
Yeah,
Drake
big-
wouldn't do that.
Big
The-
boy, come on, like Big Boy, like let's be for real. Big Boy, like
That's
I do want to see a Big Boy Drake Drake interview because I want to see that he would get cooked most of
Friday
the
for
interview.
Kendrick.
Drake,
Come on. DDG, we would see that, but that wouldn't satisfy the culture. That would be
That would.
another softball interview with a
Yeah.
streamer. Elliot, cut it out.
he
DJ
probably Drake and DDG easily could stream together because Drake know Ben and then Ben and DDG were pretty close. So I mean that could probably work and
Hey,
that'd
come
be
on,
big.
West Coast. Jadakiss and Fat Joe.
Maybe,
I'll be real.
maybe,
That might be an option, but they don't ask no hard hitting questions.
yeah.
Have you ever watched a Jadakiss and Fat Joe podcast or interview? Have you ever done it?
No,
Go watch one of those interviews, bro. Right? The entire podcast will be Jadakiss and Fat Joe skirting around controversial issues, talking about we ain't trying to be messy, yo. We ain't trying to be messy, yo. We different from other podcasts, son.
And it's like, nigga, shut up. The whole reason we watching the podcast is so you can be messy. Like, we want to see the messiness. We want to see that. That's what we came here for.
Who else? Shannon Sharp, man. Yo, y'all will
Lord.
blackball Drake immediately, bro.
Yeah,
Traplo Ross, come
Ooh.
on. I want to see it, but
That
that's
could
too
be-
friendly.
that's way too friendly.
Ebro, no chance.
Yeah.
Nori, come on.
Yeah.
Drink
For real?
Drink champs. Maybe we got one. I love
That's what I was saying. I was like, bro, Drink Champs. I don't think Nore had like. I think Nore had said that he would kind of sided with Kendrick, or I heard that he liked They Not Like Us, but I didn't hear him like openly bash it. So maybe Drake will maybe go on and do an interview, for that show. That would be fire.
Nori.
I would love to
love
see
Nori. But
Drake
if we're
on Nore.
relying on Drink Champs to do a textbook journalistic interview with Drake, then we've already lost the plot.
Yeah, because that's
That two people who actually like have just like maybe nothing to talk about or everything to talk about, but just based
this
on like
backdrop is beautiful.
random energy could come together. I think it changed a lot of things. It changed a lot of things like on TikTok. It changed a lot of things like in the streaming world. Like it made people more comfortable to go sit down with somebody that they've never sat down with before, like not to take like overly take credit, but when I do see like somebody, who keeps to themselves, like a Nicki Minaj, like go to like Kai Cenat's house,
Yeah.
or like I see, these musicians go to like a guy like Plackboy Max's studio and start making songs with him, like I feel like we did usher in the idea of just like you can be from two completely different walks of life. Celebrities are not here, that we're like, the goal is not to be like some unattainable for your whole life, you know, and only to like sit with Zane Lowe while he like asks you like the most like
You know,
curated and formal questions. No disrespect to him, you know, like
Yeah.
Drake, I just got done doing a video where I'm calling Young Thug delusional. I'm not gonna let you escape by it, homie. You didn't event
That's it. I just did a. The only reason this shit is so funny, I'm about to be doing the same exact thing after this video.
the
That's why this
genre
shit
where
funny.
rappers go on other platforms with streamers, bro. You cut it out, man. Tory Lanez was doing that before you. Aiden Ross had multiple rappers during the pandemic.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I
Drake-
was gonna stop and say. I'm like, bro, I don't know why Drake acting like he started this. Like, rappers been hopping on stream before you, gang. You were not the first rapper. I will say, he was one of the ones that I feel like really made it big though. In this sense, for Fortnite. He was one of the first big rappers that I ever saw play Fortnite. And it was a big deal. It was like one of the most viewed Twitch streams of all time. I think, I believe so. Or it was Ninja's most viewed Twitch stream of all time. One of the two. It was huge news though. It was, it was very, very, very serious news. Everyone was talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So in that sense, yeah. But everything else, I'm like, Aiden Ross has been having streamers over. I
Stop
remember
it,
when
homie. We love
XXX
you.
Tentacion
Don't go down
started
this
streaming.
route. For God's sakes, don't go down this route. I think Drake will be perfectly good in his right to say, hey, listen, man, I'm not doing no interviews with none of y'all, right? Because y'all hated on me, right? Because y'all,
Yeah.
right, like have tried to enemy. F y'all. He'll
If
be
he
in
would have
his right
just
to say
said that, I would
Now,
have
do I believe
understood.
Drake owes the culture this? I do believe he owes it, but I don't believe Drake
Yeah,
is
we haven't
owning
seen
it
Drake.
alone,
We haven't seen
right? I
Drake
think
on
the
an
same
interview
pressure we
in
putting
so
on
long.
Drake, we got to put it on Kendrick. Kendrick has to come out and sit down too.
That's
if we
true.
claiming that Drake has to do
That's
it,
true, but
right?
I've been one of these things. I
Now,
want to hear their
Elliot Wilson
opinion.
hasn't fully responded back to this just yet, but he responded back to the Drake and Bobby Altoff interview about 3 days ago
What'd he
before the
say?
full interview fully dropped. And here's what he had to say about it.
So that was rooted in controversy. So now she fake retires and now she's back with another Drake interview. And it's just
Yeah.
like, again, we
Confusing.
also feel like Drake now is playing the hand of these people outside of this thing.
Yeah.
He's sitting with the Aiden Rosses and all these other people. And I get it. It's part of the stake thing and gambling and kicks and whatever the fuck deals he has.
Yeah.
He ain't sit with no hip hop people. He pumped fake Castanat that he was going to do a stream and pick these 17 content.
Because that would have been fucking huge, bro. Drake and Kai Cenat, come on, bro. Really think about it. Let's say Kai Cenat was as big as he is now. Like he still had the streaming fame that he had, but 5 years ago, and Drake and him did a collab. That would be the biggest Twitch collab of all time. They not like us genuinely cook Drake a little bit. He's still huge though.
Contest winners of the video contest, and now he just draws it out here out of nowhere, with no stream with Castanat, and just draws it out now the same week, ironically.
Yeah.
And then he wants to kick Rob Marcus back in because everybody's making fun that you're not talking to people outside the culture. So it all connects. And no, I don't like this shit, and it's dumb. It's stupid.
You want to know why it shouldn't bother you?
Because it's entertainment, and I don't expect people at this point, and I said it before, I don't expect, especially even Drake, Kendrick, or Cole, to do a real sit down with someone and really dissect their feelings of the last 2 years and tell their truth. I don't think there's value to them for that. Like that, somebody, even academics made a point about that. It's like, do we get to the point where it's Vlad and we're paying for interviews? Because that is a lot of value, right? A Drake interview, a real interview, is worth what, hundreds of thousands of dollars, I would think, right?
Hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, exactly. So then, we gonna start doing that and put bounties up and here, Kendrick, I got $2 million for you. Have to sit down with me and DJ Head. He won't do it. That's what I'm saying. I don't think any of them could have a real interview. So let's take it outside the culture thing. I think what we loved about the clips and what we hate about this type of stuff is that
people have a price.
We want to hear real interviews with people, real interviews. And Drake, Kendrick, or Cole have no interest in doing a real interview with anyone right now. But we're supposed to just take this as what it's going to be. It's going to be entertainment. It's just satire.
Elliot Wilson's assessment of what this interview was going to be
great.
Was actually spot on, to be honest.
Yes.
All right?
That was a great way to explain
and
it.
foolery from the very beginning. Like, Drake at
Come
some
on.
point burst out in that interview and was singing to Bobby.
You like a lot of makeup on a girl? What's your thoughts? Don't do
You can't tell me they ain't fucked. I'm not believing it. Like, and I'm not even one of those guys like, oh, they come on, gang. They
that. I don't like this. Do you like girls with makeup or no makeup? Makeup or no makeup? I don't like the sound of this.
she's like
What are you?
she flirting because she flirting with gang. Like she flirting her body language. She flirting with gang. And why the fuck are they in the crib chilling with pillows and interview style like they gang? Like didn't she move away from her divorced husband and quit this whole thing? And she quit and then now she's back. You know, I don't know.
I feel like I've heard what you're saying.
Clearly, I mean, it's clear as day. Drake at this stage in his career is not interested in no hard-hitting interview with a journalist.
Nah, he don't
But
give a
that's
fuck.
what made
He
this
don't need
interview
to
hella
share
more
his
frustrating
opinion.
because clearly Drake isn't taking his interview seriously.
He's
But
trolling.
Drake also engaged in conversation pieces that we care about. But
Really?
Bobby Althoff was the interviewer, and
So
she
we-
was incompetent or smart enough to know it's not her lane, so she kept quiet.
Yeah.
So when he engaged in these conversations or the subjects that we care about, we kind of got the itch scratched, but we never truly got the in-depth conversation.
They didn't dive into it like we really would have.
Like when Drake talked about how he feels when people call him a culture vulture. That's a conversation piece that we care about.
We've been wanting
But
to hear that.
unfortunately for
Like
us, the interviewer was Bobby Althoff.
Oh,
Yeah, so-
you're a culture vulture, or like you know,
the
like
backdrop
people
is
will
beautiful.
describe the collaborative efforts that I've put forth and the artists that I've picked up and lifted up or shine a light on as me taking, you know, they'll put a negative spin on it and try and tell me, you know, that it's a self-serving thing or whatever. And I think I get really sensitive about that. And I think at that moment I was just like, well, you know what? Then don't even worry about it.
Anybody, and I mean literally anyone who meets the bare qualifications for being competent would have used this as a segue into Not Like Us and Kendrick calling him a colonizer.
Yeah, I'd have been like, well, this is why I'm not at my
Bobby
bad.
too much, you know, like flag
Credibility.
because Drake don't do interviews where
We're
he's
real.
walking into it not knowing the questions.
Yeah.
Drake in his interviews right now, he scripts the questions.
Yeah, we can tell.
He knows exactly what's being asked.
Yeah,
His
no.
team control the footage and the editing, so they pick and choose what to edit out and what to keep. So it was probably out of Bobby's hands. But I would have loved to see somebody up the culture do a deep dive on this.
Ask him the
and
important
address
questions.
Kendrick Lamar accusing him of being this.
The streets
You
want
even
to
had
know.
moments where Drake would reference his beef with Rick Ross, and it went swoop right over Bobby Althoff's head. Not
I mean,
knowing
she's the
exactly what's
airhead.
going
She's the
on,
airhead
right?
blonde. What do we
as
really
a fan of the
expect?
culture, man, you just sit back and you say, we
as the people
were
want this.
robbed
Literally.
of certain
Twice.
conversations
2
being
times.
had, man, because the interviewer was incompetent or had her hands tied behind her back and
Had no say in it.
didn't really have the control of power to act certain things.
I've never seen someone ice rosé, but
You've never seen someone ice rosé?
mm-hmm.
Well, talk to every
Drink.
jeweler in Miami that has fake diamonds.
Really, they do that?
Nobody got that joke.
Oh.
You know what they did, man. Fuck all y'all put for real, man. I see y'all boys outside when I see y'all, man, for real, man. On some real shit. I talk some body shit. I'm gonna see y'all boys when I see y'all, man, for real. You know, I got hope. For real.
That
Real
nigga
talk.
hit that shit ridiculously after this interview. Anyways, yeah, bro, Drake, just give us what we want, man. Give the people what they want, bro. Hop on an interview or go on Drink Champs. Explain yourself somewhat. Have your PR team write you a whole little, give you a what to say so you don't fuck up like Young Thug. Do it for the people. Same thing with Kendrick. I would love to hear Kendrick talk about everything that has happened in the past 2 years and how it's furthered his career and how he gave shined the light back on the West Coast. Obviously for it to kind of crumble with all these like Ricos that has had LA in the past, you know, like past like year. But Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments, man. I really think that a Drink Champs interview with Drake would be awesome and something that the culture needs. But let me know what you guys think. It's your boy Hockey, and I'm out. Peace.